we're missing knowledge that gets us from point A to point B. I'm like, but Glenn, there's tons of stuff on the internet for free. There's YouTube, there's Google, But you gotta ask yourself, okay, it's out there. Why are a lot of people still struggling? Or why haven't we hit our targets yet? It's because simply, even though the information could be out there, do we have the right information that's gonna get us from point A to point B? For our Trading Topic Tuesday, we're gonna be going over 5 ways to end 2022 strong. Dude, can you believe there's about 116 days left in 2022, according to Google. Google's never wrong, right? That means, to translate that, right? 116 days, 16 and a half weeks. I've done some math. 16 Mondays left after this week. 16 Mondays, man. And so, kind of the idea for tonight's call is getting us to put the pumpkin lattes on hold for now, because we still got 116 days to go ahead and hit the goals and targets that we set at the beginning of this year, and for those who, New Year's resolution, new year, new me stuff, you don't hear that anymore because people probably forgot about their goals before even summer came or whatever, But we're here tonight, coming to you and reminding you, like, hey, if you said it, if you hit it, great. If you didn't hit it, there's still got time. You still got time. You still got momentum. You still got a place to do it. All you got to do is realign yourself, recommit, and then get back to it. And we're going to be sharing 5 awesome ways to get that and end the year strong, so that we're not lifting off the gas already and getting ready for holiday season, because that is going to come. Santa's going to come. Well, we got Halloween, then Thanksgiving, right? Because once you hit those holidays, it's over, right? Our goals stand no chance. With the remaining time, I just wanna show you guys how to finish it strong, So I want to share with you these 5 rules of massive action. And before we even dive into that, I want to share there's different levels of action to be taking, right? To be taking within yourself, your self-development, family, relationships, marriage, work, right? All these different things. People can take action in those things. And, you start to see, like, football season, for example. You see all the fans. They're starting to pull up their flags, start talking about it, posting about it. They're starting to take action in the football season, right? And, when there's no football season, then they're not taking action upon that and sharing who their team is and that. Celebrating. So, there's 4 different phases of action. I just want to share that with you. Let me go ahead and do a little screen share. Now this is some good stuff, guys. So we got number 1, do nothing. Some days we just want to do nothing. That's the first degree of action. We got to do nothing. Right? Of course, what does that look like? Couch potato, not motivated. You're not, setting a goal for yourself. You're not trying to make things better, right? It's the do nothing. The people who just have no drive, right? And yes, we have phases of ourselves experiencing this. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that is a degree of action. The second degree of action, we got retreat. The retreaters, the ones who want to try to make a progress to their goal, but they hit their first roadblock. They hit some resistance, and they're like, oh, whoa, okay, maybe, I'll go back to my my usual. Say you're driving in a car, and you're trying to you punch in your destination. You tell Siri, "Hey, take me to this place, this street." And then you hit some construction on the road, you know, and the retreater will be like, you know what? I'm canceling. I see a Taco Bell around the corner. I'll just hit it, right? Hit that. So that's an example of a retreater right there. Number 3, the third degree of action is normal levels of action. That is the most dangerous. Why is that? Because it's that kind of action where if you don't hit your target, you don't hit your goal, you start telling yourself, "Oh, it's okay, Glenn. It's okay." You know, and then you got your other people, friends, telling you the same thing, your coworkers telling you the same thing. "Oh, if you didn't hit your goal, it's okay. It's okay. Try again next time." Right? And you even got family members, you know, like I've gotten some family members telling me, "Glenn, slow down. You know, just take a rest. Take a breather." When really they don't know what I'm trying to do. They don't know what I'm trying to achieve, right? I got big goals, and I'm sure many of us do. And so normal levels of action, that's what we've been taught, what we've been coached on throughout these years in school or our careers, right? We have that normal level of action. And the fourth degree, the one that's going to get you to hit your goal, to bring your energy level, to hit all the targets in all the areas of your life, will be massive levels of action. You know, the like really just taking big action towards your goals. And so those are the 4 levels. And you know, before I jump into that, man, like how, like, it's something to think about when a little bit of elaborating on yourself or self-reflection, like, hey, what level of action am I doing right now? What level of action am I taking in my trading, in my personal life, in my marriage, relationship, right? Career? Am I taking 0 levels of action, average, or am I taking massive action? And so when you start reassessing of like, okay, what am I doing here? Okay, I know I'm not taking, I could take more action here. Okay, so now so let's get that established, right? Say for me, I know I could take more action, right? But there's 5 rules with being able to take massive action. I want to share that with you guys, you know, and this whole idea is just being able to take control. This is September, the beginning of September. Start shifting your mind into kind of, it's going to be like a reset, you know, end of third quarter reset before we go into the holiday season, you know. And so 5 rules in order for you to take massive action. You need to realize that success is your duty. And what does that mean, right? Success is my duty. That means, like, we all have duties, right? We're a duty to our family. We have a duty in our career, have a duty as our friends, husband duties, right? Honey-do lists. But when it comes up for showing up for those duties, we don't question. We just do, right? Right? You know, getting some brownie points with the wife. We just do. Cooking their dinner, making sure the kids are fine. We just do. And so success, right? You got to define that for yourself. What does that mean? You got to make sure that's a duty. You make success your duty. For me, it's going to be able to take care of all my family even when I'm gone. You know, that's going to be legacy success. I want to, when we do have children, I want to be able to pour into them, you know, and so that I could see that's going to be my success. And so you got to figure that out. Like, start flipping that role. We hear the word success and then we tie it to a visual thing because maybe we saw the word on social media, but that's really someone else's idea of success. And so you gotta really figure out, okay, what does success look like to you? What does it mean to you? And then make that your duty. And that's the way you approach it. Number two, there's no shortage of success. Just because we see this is tough. This is tough because we've experienced this, the comparison trap. You see so and so killing it, a friend making a bunch of money or getting promotions after promotions, doing this and that, giving away to charity, buy your mama a house. Like sometimes a knee-jerk reaction that I would have would be like, oh, like, you know what? Like, that means I get a little discouraged, right? Like, I'm thinking, oh, they hit it big. They got the success. They hit the goals. Maybe there's not enough for me. Maybe it's not fit for me. I feel like we're getting left behind in a way, And so, but growing up, I could tie that. Now I understand. I tie that to my upbringing, which I had no control over. I was brought up in a lower middle class Filipino family. They didn't teach about abundance. That word did not exist in my vocabulary. It wasn't abundance. It was always like thinking in scarcity mentality in a way, And so going back to there's no shortage of success. There's no limited supply, You should flip it. I had to flip this. When I see people winning, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna win too. Let's go. There's no like a reservoir of success, right? Especially here in the islands. And as people hit their levels of success, there's still tons of it. And there's no shortage there. It's like the ocean, right? We think we're running out of water, but dude, we're surrounded by water, man. So number 3, if you guys are writing it down, you want to assume control of everything that you can, right? What does that mean? Assume control of everything. So even in an uncertain world, there's a lot of things we can control, right? Which is our attitude, perspective, our actions, the reactions to certain things, right? Things don't go our way. We have to learn how to take responsibility for it. And once we start doing that, start taking full responsibility, making that little shift, being late to work. It's because I woke up late. Why did I wake up late? I snoozed too much. Why did I snooze too much? Slept late. That's it, How could I prevent being late? Leave a little earlier. Oh, there's traffic. Leave extra earlier. I don't know. Start figuring that out. Control what you can. And this ties in well into trading, right? We cannot control how much we win. We can control how much we lose. We bet. We can control our actions in the market, whether or not, if we're chasing or not, right? Chasing the money or trading on tilt. Number 4, fear is an indication of growth. When we're taking massive action towards whatever, right? We are leaving our comfort zone. Usually what's out of our comfort zone is uncertainty, fear, and which is a big border or boundary why people just stay in their comfort zone. I'm guilty. I was, right? So fear is an indication of growth. We have to get used to being uncomfortable. We have to get used to meeting new people, being in a different place, having different conversations, fear, right? If we're fearful, we're feeling nervous doing this one thing, you might need to just that might be the thing to lean into. You got to move towards fear and you're going to see yourself stretch right there. You start you know, when you're doing things that you're fearful of, sometimes it stretches your capacity so that the next time you deal with it, you'd be like, oh, it's nothing, right? I already been there, done that. And number 5, with taking massive action, right? So far we got number 1, success is your duty. 2, there's no shortage of success. 3, assume control of everything. 4, fear is an indicator. Number 5, time management is a myth. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. We got 168 hours in a week, okay? Simple math, 7 times 24. If we were to get 8 hours of sleep every day, I don't know who has 8 hours of sleep every day, but just say it's 8 hours, that's 56 hours, right? Less 40 hours a week, right? We got 72 hours left in the week. You know, say you do 1 hour gym every day, that's 65 hours left, you know? And then, you know, that's time you got to divvy it up. You could spend time with a fam, you know, say you take out 40 hours, that's still 25 hours. 25 hours to go ahead and work on the things you're trying to achieve. So time management, it's really about what I've learned. It's not even about, oh, I only have 1 hour to do this. It's a priority. Where's your priorities? You know, if a thing comes up and you know it's good for you, it's good for your future, you know, you will move things around in your schedule to make it work. Plain and simple. If you get that meeting with that person that you need to see, that's going to change your life. You better go. If Warren Buffett calls us tomorrow, Elon Musk calls us for lunch tomorrow, tell you what, I'm making time, bruh. making time. And so, you know, one interesting stat that I came across, if you were to just Google the average American income, maybe it changed from last time. I'm going to Google it right now. Share my screen. Average American income, we got it. 2020 is going to be median household income is going to be at $67,521. And so that's for the whole entire household, you know. And then according to a person's, see, that's a household. What is this? Average income was $58,260. That's the average income for a person according to this latest stat. And so reason why I bring that up, it's just giving us an idea of like, okay, average income is this. Now, average house price went up, mortgage rates are up. You know, how are we able to sustain the life we want to have with that type of income? Because why? We live on an economic world, plain and simple, you know. Unfortunately, unless we like figure out how to live off the grid, you know, get one of those houses self-sufficient, right? So going back to trading, tying in the massive action, right? First thing you guys want to do is you got to make a decision. Make a decision that you want to become a better trader, right? Dive in what that means to you. Be like, okay, if I'm going to look back 5 years from now or 5 years forward, where do I want to be in my trading? You know, what kind of returns do I want to produce? Do I want to be living off the returns? Or simply next year, I just want to keep my account alive and just be able to continue to trade it. You know, that's a win. That's a win. Or maybe you want to take that leap and then you're on the fence about taking the next step in your trading journey, right? Investing in self-development, books, courses, mentorship, going to conferences, going to masterminds. You know, it's really figuring out, making a decision on expanding. And, you know, I want to share that one of the things I've learned between us where we're at now and point, the place we want to be, a goal, a target, is the thing that's in between is knowledge. And what I mean by that, when we're missing knowledge that gets us from point A to point B, I'm like, but Glenn, there's tons of stuff on the internet for free. There's YouTube, there's Google, but you gotta ask yourself, okay, it's out there. Why are a lot of people still struggling? Or why haven't we hit our targets yet? It's because simply, even though the information could be out there, do we have the right information that's gonna get us from point A to point B? The right information is the one that counts. You can have all the information. You can have the whole library. Doesn't mean you're gonna be the genius. So you gotta figure out, okay, how do I get the right information, right? For one, you got to understand what you're looking for. Two, there are people who have the right information or places, being in the right environments, the right rooms, where they're having the right conversations will get you the right information. And a lot of the barriers, what I've learned to get to those right conversations, sometimes you just got to pay. That's a hack. You just got to pay for it. Plain and simple. Learning how wealthy people talk about money or do their taxes, for example. When 2020 came out, during 2020, when the government created that one bill, that first stimulus bill, they included all these different things with the stimulus. Okay, so for example, if you're a real estate investor, you get to go ahead. They gave you more write-offs, and it's like 1,000-page bill. But when I was being able to get in the right room with the right people, who had a team that was sifting through the thousand pages, they were able to give us the information. Be like, okay, yeah, here's what's included, guys. So, if you're a real estate investor, or if you need to, you can go tap your 401k this year without being penalized, because the government realizes, hey, we're in a pandemic. People need help. We're not going to penalize them if they go ahead and tap their 401k up to 100 grand, meaning you can withdraw without being penalized. That's the kind of stuff they don't tell you on the news, man. So, that's what I mean by just getting in the right rooms, having the right information, because we were able to take advantage of those different information. And, of course, I was skeptical when I was doing it, but really, when I started doing it, I'm like, okay, I'm one of the first people to do it. Oh, they're just launching this specific thing. So it's really key, really crucial to get the right information. So, how to get started with dominating your year. So, you want to start taking more action. And number one, I'm just going to put this in the chat so that people can copy it and follow along. Number one, write your goals down and never reduce them as you write it. Write goals down. Make it a practice. Make it an everyday thing in a way. Because when you write your goals down and you write it the way as if you achieve them already. For example, I want to donate a lot of money to my community church and our charities. So I wrote down in my goals, I've donated millions to our church, and right there, you keep doing that, practicing that, you start ingraining that in your mind. And because when it's in your thoughts, in your mind, you're one step closer to making it real, right? But but how the heck am I going to do it? I always ask myself, right? It's a knee-jerk reaction. I want to put this goal down, but it's kind of big, dude. Number two, don't get lost in the mechanics. Meaning, don't get flustered on like the how-to, right? You have to set the intention first. Set the intention of doing, of telling yourself like, hey, yep, I'm gonna set this target or goal, and I'm not gonna fall short. Intention is senior to mechanics. Having the right intention, 100%. If your intention is there, you're gonna find a way to make it. It's not gonna look the prettiest, guarantee. It's not gonna be perfect, you know. But if you get out on the other end, you made it. Number 3, to end 2022 strong with these remaining days, ask yourself what actions can move forward. What actions today can move forward with these goals? So what can we do today, right? What can we do tomorrow? Like, let's just have that reset, because it's the evening, you know. And so be intentional and be like, okay, what can I do today that will get me closer to my goal that I want to hit by the end of the year? You're getting really clear. You're getting really intentional, getting, just really focused on the target. It's become more, you just wiping the dirty windshield right now, right? And be like, okay, I just got to get to that stoplight right there. I see it. Let me just go there. Right? And whatever actions you come up with, regardless of what they are or how you feel, do it. You know, what triggers for me is going to the gym actively. It's my little confession. But you know, that's just me. I got to do it how I feel, no matter how I feel, you know. And so this is a work in progress for myself. I'm not sharing this because, I mean, I've done a bunch of this, but you know, it's always reoccurring. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. You know, you got to use this template. A little hack is to use this template, this idea, this perspective, to broaden your goals, but at the same time increase your actions. That way, when you're getting close to hitting the goal, dude, you're just gonna one up it again, right? Let's increase that. Let's increase that. Imagine you compound this 5 years, 10 years, compound it 20 years. What kind of life will you live, man? And number 5, when you're writing your goals, you're taking daily actions. Do not prematurely value the outcome of your actions. Meaning, your life isn't going to change overnight. We know that. But as long as we're consistent, we stay disciplined. For example, in trading, like making the decision to become better trader, follow my rules. Boom, I hit a trading slump, a losing streak, lose 3 trades in a row. I cannot let that prematurely just ruin all the effort and work that I put in already, and because that's gonna kind of distract you and throw you off a little bit. Yes, it's gonna happen. We might be get punched in the face, figuratively speaking, but we can't let that get in the way. We're gonna fall down. We have to get up. We have to get up. We have to get up. And number 6, there's a bonus right here. Bonus. Right? We got write your goals down. Never reduce them as you write. Don't get lost in the mechanics. Intention is senior to mechanics. Ask ourselves, what can we do today? What kind of goal actions can I take? Whatever actions you come up with, regardless who they are, Do it. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Don't prematurely value the outcome of your actions. And number 6. Number 6 is repeat every day. Repeat. Repeat, repeat. Repeat, repeat. So that's where the consistency comes in. That's where the dedication, the commitment comes in. Because we're going to have those days where it's just things aren't going our way. You know? But there's a reason why, I mean, we can push through. And so, given those 6 things to really put into action today, like these are things we can put in action and just really boost up this last stretch of the year, right? And I want to share 2 questions that can kind of tie it all in, you know? Because maybe be like, Glenn, I'm like, I know I need to do something, I don't know what, right? There's all these things, but how do I really decide on what I want to do, you know? And so a key question that I've learned from my mentors was the question of, what are you committed to? And really get clear on that. What are you committed to? You committed to your marriage, your family, your career, right? Maybe you're not committed to that hobby that was fun a few years ago. Maybe you're not committed to fantasy football this year, whatever it may be. You're not committed to that project that just keeps dragging on, right? That house project or whatever it may be, that addiction. You're not committed to that the craving. Where's my commitment? My commitment's at a bigger goal. My commitment's to increase. My commitment's to expand and be able to help more people, know more people. So that's one thing. It's one question to really kind of tie it in. And the last question, the second question, these are 2 important questions. And when I get lost sometimes, these are good reminders. These are like the train tracks. I'll be veering off. Boom, these 2 questions keeps me on track. What conversations are you having that are aligning you with that commitment? So what does that mean, right? When we're talking to our friends, per se, and you start sharing, like, yeah, you know what, I want to do this. I want to go there. I want to have that kind of vacation. I want to do that. And some, they'll react in their way sometimes and be like, oh, that's so expensive. Well, how can you do that, right? Why would you want to do that? Start questioning you, right? Does that conversation right there, is that bringing you to alignment with your commitment? Right? So that's key, right? Having the right people around you, your inner circle. If you looking for someone, maybe someone you respect, someone that you, always get advice from. Those are conversations that's gonna be carrying you to bringing you to alignment with your commitment, and that's key because they see things that we don't see. Those people are important. For example, say you have your wife. My wife is my favorite. I always bounce stuff off of her. This morning I was bouncing ideas off of her. She is my blind spot. She sees my blind spots. Sometimes I go in there and I tell her the things I want to tell her or see or what do you call it? I tell her this particular thing, and I thought I would think I would have my tracks covered. I would have like, yeah, I got plan A, B, and C and D. She's like, well, you didn't think about this. I'm like, damn, thought I got you. But you gotta have those people, those ones that's gonna push you. You gotta have those ones that's gonna ask the questions that you don't see, you don't bother to ask, right? That's really key, you know, and that's how you guys are gonna be able to continue on. And you know, you can be on that other end too of being that person for someone out there, a close one, close family or friend that is allowing them to push them back into getting their alignment, right? We let's get fed ourselves, and then we do feeding for others, you know. And so these are key questions to ask other people who in our lives that we feel that we care for, and and if they're veering off or getting lost, ask them these questions. Guarantee get them to start thinking. So those are five ways to end the year strong. We want to give that as a gift to you guys for just being part of our community, you know, and just being present and you know, really take these notes down, or if you got to rewatch the recording, the things that we shared, you know, and put it into practice. That's the best thing. That's the best thing you can do, is just like, you know what, let me go take that step tomorrow. Let me go do it. You know, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be Wednesday the 7th. What can I do to hit my goal? Boom. You start taking that shift. Be like, instead of screaming hump day, be like, what am I going to do today that's going to allow us to hit this? Or get closer to that, saving up for that vacation or this and that, you know, making that big purchase. What can we do today? You know, even it's minute. Send out one email. Boom, send it. Done. What's next? You know? And so, you know, I wanted to like share this because in trading, we're not always at the charts. But life is always happening. And life is always happening. We put our attention to it. We get pulled away from the charts. It is what it is, right? When we go back to the charts, but we're not clear and set and focused because we're dealing with other things, what's going to happen to our trading? What's going to happen to our investing decisions? Are we going to be on our A game? Or we got to go figure out how to get us back into that zone. How does Michael Jordan do that in his games? LeBron, right? Kobe. It's a mental game. Even though they're playing their in between quarters and whatnot, they're experts at bringing themselves back. And so these are these tools that we're giving you guys. Those are things to go back to so that you can reset, so that you can stay focused, get clear, and just go kick ass, man. Plain and simple, man. Woo! But on that note, I mean, that kind of sums up for Trading Topic Tuesday.